Alright, so this is a short video kind of explaining how to create a progressive web app from Flutter. I'm going to use Visual Studio Code here, but you can use any editor you like. We're just going to create a new Flutter project as an application, and I'll create a new folder for it. Flutter PWO, which stands for Progressive Web App. And we'll create it in here, and we'll call it awesome app. Oops. And we'll just wait for this to load. While we're doing this, we might as well go to Firebase console, and I'm going to assume you already have a project, but for this I'm going to create a new one. Call this awesome app. Join. I'm looking for one without auto-generated characters at the end. So like awesome app is already taken, and it's got these ones. If you call it like Joey's awesome app, the characters, there aren't any extra characters at the end there, so when we get our URL to go to, we won't have any random characters at the end. Just turn that off so it's faster. So now I've got here, it's running. I'm going to test it out with Chrome. I'll just launch that. And I'm going to also assume that you have Firebase tools installed on your system. All right, it's ready. Now we want to go to Firebase hosting down here. And we'll click get started. That's all fine. It's all fine. Oh yeah, so this kind of explains how we can do it. And Firebase deploy. So now this is all set up. And we've got our domain here. We won't go to it yet though. We have the app running in test mode, and I will change the name to like awesome app. There we go, and I'll change the color to something. Let's see what we got. I've never done a pink app before. What does that look like? Alright, we'll go with pink for our awesome app. Now in the terminal here, we can stop testing. We're all happy with that. I'm going to run Flutter build web, and this is going to build our application so that it can be deployed to a website. And that's going to show up in this build folder here and the web folder. So at the moment it hasn't got much in it, but once this loads it'll be ready to go. Alright, and it's compiled. So we can see we've got these assets here now. And if we open this like in a live server, I'm not sure it'll work. I believe it does need to be hosted on. Yeah, we're getting an error here. That's why we need to host it on Firebase. So let's run Firebase init to initialize Firebase in this repository. Welcome to Firebase. Are you ready to proceed? Yes. So we want to set up Firebase hosting, not with GitHub Actions, just whoops, my bad. Use spacebar to select them. Let's continue. Firebase hosting. Let's continue that. We're using an existing project. And this is Joey's awesome app. So our public directory here, we want to set as build/web, because if we put nothing in, then it'll try and deploy with this root folder, which doesn't have our index.html. We want to go inside the build folder and then inside the web folder. Configure as a single no, no to GitHub, no to replacing it, and then it's ready to go. Now all we want to run is Firebase deploy. We'll just run that command. And there we go. We've got our hosting URL, so that's the console or project console, and then the hosting URL here. If we click on that, there we go. We can see it's already got our awesome app, and there's our pink awesome app on the internet. Now this is running in Firefox, so we can't actually install it as a progressive web app. But if I launch something that runs Chromium, for example, like Edge, and I go to this URL, like so. This will also work on Chrome. You see that we can install it here. And if we install it like so, it appears as an app. And I'll create a desktop shortcut, but I won't pin to these ones, and I won't auto start. So this is our app here, as a progressive web app running on Windows through Edge, and it created a desktop shortcut here. I'll just bring that over. If I can find it, there we are. Just with the default icon, you can change that if you want. Yeah, and it's a similar process on Android. It just looks like a regular Android app. You haven't even got the URL and so on. So there you go.